Hi students, welcome to All 4 e-learning chemistry classes for second year. The running chapter is organic chemistry and now we are in session number 12. In previous sessions we discussed about different types of reactions that are observed as the characteristic reactions of different homologous series. And in due course we assign different types of organic reactions like electrophilic addition or nucleophilic addition or free radical substitution like that, or elimination. All these different 7 types of reactions are assigned to different homologous series. Of them, free radical substitution is related to alkanes. It is already you studied in your junior inter or 11th class standard. And thereafter electrophilic addition, it is also completed in junior inter. It is nothing but in 11th class alkenes, because alkenes and alkynes, both these two are having these electrophilic addition reactions as the that is as the characteristic reactions. And in electrophilic substitution reactions we have to observe whether Markovnikov rule is applicable or not. All these related to that one. And thereafter it is related to electrophilic substitution, and this electrophilic substitution is the characteristic reaction of benzene. As we know, benzene will undergo electrophilic substitution and different types of electrophilic substitutions, and thereafter the different groups when present in benzene ring, what are their direct influences and activating or deactivating influences, all these we have to complete in junior inter or 11th class. I hope you completed them and it is not the time to tackle with that one. But that's why directly I am proceeding to the reaction mechanisms which are playing very important role in second year organic chemistry. They are nothing but nucleophilic substitution and elimination reactions, and thereafter nucleophilic addition reactions. But actually for the first 2 homologous series which are present in our second year syllabus, that is nothing but alkyl halides and then alcohols. In these 2 cases, as we know already, we discussed it in previous sessions, these 2 are equally oxidized, and because of equally oxidized, these 2 are having the same chemical reactions, that is nothing but the same reaction mechanism as the characteristic reaction mechanism. Is it not? But the priority is changed. Now in this session we are going to discuss one of that reaction mechanism in detail in a speed manner, because dear students, you remember it is nothing but a briefing of the previously covered. Previously covered means in junior inter already I hope you covered these topics, and anyhow the salient features and the important points, by highlighting that important points way what we require to crack this competitive questions, that much I will discuss in this session. Just you observe, and here and there important points when you observe, it is better to note down and keep in your mind, because they are very useful in finding the products or in finding the reaction mechanism. Clear? And now let us move to that one. It is nothing but nucleophilic substitutions. Nucleophilic substitutions, these are also known as SN reactions. You remember, these are also known as SN reactions. S stands for substitution, N is nothing but nucleophile, and it is SN reaction is nucleophilic substitution or substitution by nucleophile, like that. Clear? And in addition to this, we have to consider elimination reactions. These 2 are the characteristic features of for both alkyl halides. Alkyl halides, as you know, alkyl halides are nothing but RX, and alcohols, and these alcohols are generally represented as ROH. And just you remember, in case of alkyl halides, SN reactions are taking priority compared to elimination, whereas in case of alcohols just you remember that priority is changed like this. In case of alcohol, eliminations are taking priority compared to SN reaction. That is one of. But here, just you remember, my dear students, both these two, when a reagent is attacking, that reagent may be nucleophile. Just in previous session already we discussed. First, let me give the clarity between the SN reaction and elimination. What we require, that much I will discuss here, because I am not intend to make you confused. Just to clear the confusion. SN and elimination. Why both these two are happening in any reaction? Why both these two combinedly present as the characteristic properties of these alkyl halides or alcohols? Just let me give that one. It is because for SN reaction, nucleophile is required. Nucleophile, and you know, like replaces like. That means a nucleophile can replace a nucleophile, an electrophile can replace an electrophile, a free radical can replace a free radical. It is not possible to replace one species with other attacking group. An electrophile can't replace a nucleophile. Like replace like. Clear? And now nucleophile. Nucleophile is nothing but nucleus lover. Nucleus lover means positive charge lover. Positive charge lover means it should bear negative charge. Just you remember, nucleophile is represented with Nu minus because it bears negative charge. And just you remember, here again these nucleophiles may be charged. Some questions they may ask like this: charged nucleophile. Sometimes they may be neutral nucleophiles. Do you know what are neutral nucleophiles? Neutral nucleophiles are nothing but those which are of having no charge, but they possess lone pair of electron for donation. Best examples let me give. It is H2O. It can behave as a nucleophile because of having a lone pair of electron. And NH3, another best example. It is also having lone pair of electron. That's why it is neutral, but because of their capacity to donate the lone pair, they behave as nucleophiles. Clear? But here we are considering regarding these charged species in general. Clear? And next, elimination. Do you know what is the reagent that required for elimination? Just you remember, for elimination the required reagent is base. Just you remember, base is not in general meaning with the species which is providing OH minus is a base as per inorganic or as per physical chemistry. But here it is not like that. It is not the OH minus provider. It is just base is nothing but the species that can create elimination. That can create elimination. How it can create? Let me explain with an example. Thereby you can easily track whether the reagent is behaving as eliminating agent or nucleophile, because these two are having very close relation. Very close relation. Let me discuss about that relation and let me give the clarity or the related to the difference between a base and a nucleophile. Here, let me give that. Base is, just you remember forever, is eliminating agent. Base is eliminating agent. And nucleophile. Nucleophile is substituting agent. Substituting agent. Just you remember. Nucleophile is substituting agent, whereas base is eliminating agent. Clear? And now let me give one example here. If it is CH3 CH2X, this is the substrate where we intend to eliminate or where we intend to substitute. In case of substitution, here let me give that B minus, a charged nucleophile, because charged species, negative charge species is a nucleophile. It is now behaving as base as well as it is behaving as nucleophile. Just for convenience sake, you remember. This B minus can behave as base as nucleophile. Now what is the meaning of base? Just you remember, base is eliminating agent. It is nothing but H plus abstractor. That means when B minus is behaving like base, it always try to get H plus, to abstract H plus from the substrate. And whereas nucleophile, it is added to positive charge. Where positive charge present, if it is of added to that positive charge species, then it is behaving like nucleophile. Here in this case, two different phenomena you can observe. If this is, let me write like this, H, H, and it is X. And now B minus is coming towards this substrate. And in case if it is behaving as nucleophile, just you remember, if it is behaving as nucleophile, it will go towards this carbon, not this carbon, sorry. It will go towards this carbon and make this nucleophile to leave the substrate. Clear? And thereby what we are getting is C, H, 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 and here C, H, H, and B minus, that will be attacked on this and releasing X minus. So when X minus is going out, B minus is coming in. A nucleophile replaced by another nucleophile. Here the nature of this B minus is behaving as nucleophile. It is substituted. It is substituting this X minus. Now in case the same B minus, if it is behaving as a base, that is nothing but eliminating agent. Now let me write this again. Here H, H, H. The same compound here also. So instead of going to this carbon, if it is of making one of this hydrogen to abstract towards it, and when it is taking this hydrogen from this sigma bonded electrons will come to form a pi bond with this carbon, and because of that this X minus will release. Here H plus, there X minus. These two releasing tendency makes this substrate to convert into CH2 double bond CH2 like this. So now altogether, if you observe, this saturated compound now becomes unsaturated, releasing here hydrogen, here halogen, that is nothing but HX is going out. In this case, how it happens, why the elimination happen? Because this B minus is abstracting this H plus from beta carbon. Instead of attacking B minus on this alpha carbon, it attacks or abstracts the H plus and thereby making the pi bond, releasing this nucleophile. It is elimination. So now you can understand the same B minus can behave both as eliminating agent as well as the substituting agent. When it is substituted, it is nucleophile. When it is creating elimination, it is base. Now you may have the doubt, sir, in the given reaction, how we know whether this B minus is a base, that is nothing but whether it is going to behave as a base or as nucleophile. Let me give the details for that. Just you remember, the base, that is nothing but the eliminating tendency is the dominating tendency. That means whenever any negatively charged species or any base, if it is of having sufficient strength to create elimination, first of all it try to behave like that base. If not, if it fails to behave like a base, then automatically the second option will be nucleophile. And most frequently I am using one example for making the students to understand the difference between these two. Let me give the same example for you also. Either you may be main student or NEET student or advanced student, how to identify these two, the priorities. Just for NEET students, actually the NEET exam is for MBBS as well as BDS. Is it not? And do you know of these two which is the priority? The student will give priority for which of, whether for BDS or MBBS? It is for MBBS. If they fail to get this MBBS, then they can opt this BDS. It is dental. Clear? If they are of having sufficient marks and they are getting the good rank, then they are always first their choice is to go for MBBS. And if they fail to get that with their marks, if they are unable to get this MBBS, then they will think about the BDS. Are you clear with this one? That means once they are getting the chance to become the doctor like MBBS doctor, then their priority will be given like that. Here also MBBS is like base. So when the species is having the stamina to eliminate, to create any elimination, it always try to behave like base. Then if it failed to behave like base, then here when the student failed to get the MBBS with his or marks, automatically they will go for the BDS. Is it not? And now here nucleophile nature is like this. The second option. And just you remember, if base fail, then it can behave like nucleophile. Clear? And now if the student is not having the eligibility to get BDS even, then is it possible to get MBBS? No. Here also similar to that, if any species fail to behave like a nucleophile, automatically it is of not having any chance to get into a base. So the least option, that is the best option, is behaving like base. If it fails like base, automatically it will go for nucleophile. And now one more question, one more doubt you might have is nothing but, sir, which species we can imagine to behave like a base and which species we can imagine to behave like nucleophile? Let me give for your understanding purpose, for the +2, after +2 competitive exams only. In higher exams there may be slightly some other factors that may determine the basic strength, but here let me give the clue for this, how to identify whether a reagent is going to behave like base or not. Just you remember, OH minus and less basic than OH minus species, less basic than OH minus species, like this. It is nothing but another one is OH, CH3, CN minus, this type of species, that is, and halogens also. All these species which OH, including OH, and less than OH strength, basic strength, will behave only as nucleophiles. And those which are having greater than OH, it is nothing but, let us consider OR minus, and it is nothing but NH2 minus, and it is nothing but R minus, like that. These are the stronger bases than this. The most frequently what we are using is these two. If you remember, if it is HX, it is substituting group, and if it is, that is simply we can say aqueous NaOH, alcoholic NaOH. If you remember, if you recall these two, just in case of aqueous NaOH, when it is of reacting with RX with aqueous NaOH, just X is replaced, and whereas in case if RX is of treated with alcoholic NaOH or KOH, it is now getting elimination or now expanded, that's why R bar. Clear? Or let me give one example. It is CH3 CH2X, then it will be CH2 CH2. Here if it is C2H5, here it is giving C2H5. In this case alcoholic NaOH is able to create elimination. Why? OR minus is stronger base than OH. Here it fails to create elimination. Why? Here OH minus is not strong enough to create elimination. I think with this example you are clear with this concept. OH minus and less than OH minus. How to identify? Just this is nothing but all these are conjugate acids, conjugate bases. Conjugate bases. H2O let us consider as an acid, and CH3, COOH or HX or HCN, all these are acids stronger than H2O. Is it not? So when acids are strong, conjugate bases will be weak. Already you know it is nothing but conjugate acid base theory. A strong acid will have a weak conjugate base, a weak acid will have a strong conjugate base. These acids are stronger than H2O. Already we know acetic acid or HX or HCN, all these are acidic. That means H2O is neutral, these are acidic, that means more acidic than this, and that's why their conjugate bases, this is OH minus and this is CH3COO minus and this is X minus and this is Cn minus. These are weak conjugate bases. And whereas when compared to H2O, ROH is weak acid, and NH3 is still weak acid. Actually it is base. When basic character is more, acidic character is less. So these two being weak acids compared to H2O, their conjugate bases OR minus and NH2 minus will be stronger bases than OH. So this is the concept. OH or less than OH basic strength. How to identify? All conjugate bases of acids except these two. For your convenience sake, for G mains and a NEET level, even for advanced level, here or there they may be provided with R minus. In all the remaining cases you can consider these two. Aqueous and alcoholic. Aqueous is substituting agent, alcoholic is eliminating agent. Are you clear? And now one more with HX. Let us consider the nucleophilicity and the basicity character relations. And because there are so many questions that are relating these two, let me give this one. It is HX. In HX we can find HI is more acidic than HBr, more acidic than HCl, more acidic than HF. This is acidic strength order. Automatically their conjugate base strength will be I minus weaker than, Br minus weaker than, Cl minus weaker than F minus. And just you remember the nucleophile, but you remember all these are nucleophiles. Why? Do you know why all these are nucleophiles? Because all these are weaker than OH minus. How? All these are stronger acid than H2O. That's why these are weaker than OH minus. That's why they are nucleophiles. Now that nucleophilicity, that is nothing but the attacking tendency depending on among these the basicity order. Basicity. Now nucleophilicity is directly related to basicity in general. Nucleophilicity is directly related to basicity. But you remember, among these we are considering to find the nucleophilicity order the basic strength. That is nothing but conjugate basic strength. But here that basic strength doesn't mean to elimination. Are you following? Here after coming to these HX, that is hydrohalic acids, we are not concerned with the eliminations. Just here what will happen is only nucleophilic substitutions. But these nucleophiles, how their strength, which is of having the highest priority to get into or to get substitution. For that purpose we have to find the nucleophilicity order. And again we are going among these weak conjugates, That is nothing but among these, even all nucleophiles are nothing but coming from the bases, conjugate bases. Here we are concerned with this conjugate basic strength to find the nucleophilicity, and that is, this nucleophilicity is directly related to basicity. And now this is true in case of aprotic solvents. In case of aprotic solvent, this is the relation. And now this nucleophilicity is inversely related to basicity in protic solvents. Just you have to observe the difference, whether the given solvent is water like protic or not. If it is water like protic solvent, just the nucleophilicity is inversely related to basicity. Here let me give this nucleophilicity in aprotic solvent order is I minus less weak base than, or weak nucleophile than Br minus weak nucleophile than Cl minus, and it is weak nucleophile than F minus. But when it is protic solvent, I minus is strong nucleophile than Br minus than Cl minus than F minus. Now our question is, why all of a sudden, why a protic solvent now converted to protic? A protic solvent, when we are considering or we are taking protic solvent, why the nucleophilicity order is changed? Why the nucleophilicity order is changed? It is nothing but actually nucleophilicity is directly related to basicity, is it not? But when protic solvent is present, already H plus is present in the solvent, and now you observe I minus is there, Br minus is there, Cl minus is there, F minus is there. Now when this nucleophile, it is of attacking or abstracting H plus, that nature is known as basicity. Even though it is not abstracting from the substrate, it is freely available. Now automatically their basic strengths will decide which species will attack on this first. Now this is strong base. Among these, again I am repeating, among these four it is strong base. That means when compared to this, it is of having a little affinity towards H plus. That's why it will go. And then automatically once it is protonated, its basic strength drastically decrease. And when once the basic strength decrease, nucleophilicity also decrease. And now when compared to this, it is because of less conjugate basic strength, it is of having less tendency to attack on H plus. That means its affinity towards H plus is less compared to F minus, is it not? And because of that, it is not interested, it is the last part that will attack on H plus. First F minus, if not Cl minus, if not Br minus, if not I minus. That means the last chance to attack on H plus will be for I minus. That means till all these three are completed, it is free of the tendency. So once they are protonated, they become weak. That's why the basic strength is here adversely affected the nucleophilicity because of this subjection, this abstraction. When H plus, free H plus is provided by the solvent, that strong base now becomes weak. Once it becomes weak, now it becomes strong. It is not because of here, just you listen carefully. The basic strength of I minus is not increased. Not because of that increasing basic strength it is stronger nucleophile. It is because of this F minus in presence of H plus is decreasing its basic strength. And because when it is decreasing its basic strength, automatically relatively now I minus seem to be strong base. That's why when it is strong base, it is a strong nucleophile as per this. But that's why all these parameters, that is nothing but all these different effects, that is protic effect, all these, as a conclusion we are considering in aprotic solvent when there is no proton, F minus will be the strong nucleophile. Just you remember here this basicity is not up to the mark to create elimination. Here all these halide ions never make any elimination in the substrates. Just that basic character what for we are studying is to find the nucleophilicity. No doubt at all these are unable to eliminate. They are not having strength to create any elimination. So automatically all these are in queue to get substitution. Now the question is, say for example XYZ students, all these are not eligible for MBBS, all these are not eligible, and then they applied for BDS, then who will get the seat? Again you have to consider the priority, is it not? Like that. All these are not eligible for basic strengths, that is for not eligible to eliminate. Now they are eligible only to behave like nucleophile. Then which is strong nucleophile, which is ready to attack. For that purpose we are considering the solvent. Clear? This is the relation for the reagents of elimination and substitution, nucleophilic substitution. Clear? If you are thorough with this one, in the coming sessions we are going to study the reaction mechanisms, that is nothing but SN1 and SN2 and thereafter E1 and E2. In next coming 2-3 sessions I will complete the total reaction mechanism. I hope if you are strong enough with this one, if you are thorough with all these logics, that is nothing but these which is an eliminating agent, which is a substituting agent, how to find the eliminating agent, in case if all these are nucleophiles, which is of strong nucleophile or which is base. Already I give the hint that OH minus and less basic strength are unable to create elimination. They are behaving only as nucleophiles. In case if any base is more stronger than OH minus, how to find it? You are having in your syllabus only 2 reagents. Just you remember alcoholic NaOH, it is nothing but OR minus and NaNH2 sodamide or potassiumide KNH2. Here NH2 minus and OR minus, these two are stronger than OH minus. That's why they are creating elimination. So when you are coming across the reagent alcoholic NaOH, just to imagine for elimination. If it is aqueous NaOH, just to imagine for substitution. Clear? And in addition to this, the reagents, when they attack on the substrate, the mode of attack and depending on the substrate, all these are different factors or parameters that will decide the reaction mechanism. And what are these different factors that will influence the reaction mechanism, all we will discuss in the coming sessions. Okay, thank you.